I'm the media production manager. That is my job title for the district. So what do you think that entails, or what do you think what do you think I do every day? You can just break it down. Media production. Yes.
You go out places and record.
Okay, I go out in places and record stuff. Yeah, she has the point that it is my job basically to ensure, how shall I say, top quality control of all media content that the district puts out. I don't work for any particular school. I don't have a stake in any one building. I represent everything and everybody. So if we have dignitaries come to the system, I get those photos. If there's video needed, or we produce a promo or anything like that, it comes through me out through my department, and we make sure it represents the district at large. I want to tell you a little bit about my background. You guys might see me at football games, or I'm told a lot, like, oh, I see you everywhere. And that's probably so. I try to get out to a lot of events and get a lot of content, because I never know where we're going to need it. So I go out to the football games and get photos and everything, but what I get asked most is that people always think, like, oh, did you take a lot of photography classes? Did you take video classes? Where did you study audio, this and that? The ironic part is I didn't study any of that in school. So after I finished high school, I went off to college. What do you think I studied? Yeah, I heard communication, sound, technology. I was a math major in college, okay? Yeah, I was one of those science. I was a computer geek. When I was your age, I was a computer geek in high school. There was only one computer on the market, so we kind of talked about the Apple II Plus, and it was all good, right? So when I went to college, I just got hip to math, and I was good at it and enjoyed it, so that's what I wrapped up my major in. After I finished college and went off to grad school, what do you think I studied? Well, actually, I didn't go to grad school. I did something, a lot of my friends went to grad school. I went off to music school. Yeah, I'm an avid guitarist. I've been playing guitar nearly 30 years, and I went off to Berklee College of Music about 20 years ago. Had a time of my life, okay? So you'll see where I'm going with this in a second. A few years after that, I went back to graduate school, okay? And what do you think I studied there? More music? No. I got my master's degree in information technology. Remember I said I was a computer kind of person? So I continue with that. So point being, with my background, mathematics, music, and computers and science. Got this big ball of information, okay? But on the side, I was always that creative kind of person, okay? So I didn't have any intent to get into this, but I was always the guy at the family functions taking pictures. One thing I did bring in is examples of my work. I just finished up. Any of you go to National Signing Day for the athletes? You familiar with that? You were there? Okay, great. Yeah. Yesterday on the website, I posted the actual portion that's going to be on TV. It's 48 minutes. But I actually brought in that project, and I thought you'd find it interesting to see what I did on that as far as media production and actually what goes out to the public. Okay? To do all 48 minutes, if you really want to know that process, the event was shot February 1st. It was actually shot for February 1st, and I had help from 2 of your students here to operate 2 of the cameras. And so to actually shoot the event, to get there at 7 o'clock in the morning, set up for about 2 hours. The event starts at 10 a.m., and I exited the building around 2 after I'm done packing up. All right? So that's about 8 hours of my time. And that doesn't include loading up the truck and all those kinds of things. And then you include editing, that's probably another 20 hours, right? So it's 28 hours right there. And then composing music, which takes probably, mathematically, probably another 20 hours, okay? So you can probably see that just to do a video, if you work nonstop, it'd probably be about 4 days of nonstop labor. Here's the fun part, equipment. Who's used a video camera before? By show of hands. Okay, that's not very enthusiastic. That's a good enthusiasm. Good. You're like, Okay, but anyway, it's your camera here. What's in here? She's got it, microphone, okay? This is probably the most overlooked part of this. This microphone is very sensitive. So in a realistic situation, I'm conducting an interview, and I'm going to just do what I do. I move pretty quick when I'm out and about because time is never on my side when you do this kind of work. Okay, you guys are having a conversation over there. I want to tap in. Bam, like this. Okay? I can hear wherever this thing points is what I hear, and it's very sensitive. So if you're having a little conversation, I just pointed at you, I got everything. It can be as far as it needs to be. It's just a matter of how well the sound is emulated. Remember I told you about all that science background I got? It comes in handy because you have to understand sound waves and light waves and how it behaves. That's very handy for me. So if you're in a class, you say, oh, I hate this material, it may catch up with you 15 years from now. So we've got 2 different kinds of microphones. What's in here? Yeah, I was just saying a simple question. See if we're paying attention. Another microphone, but I was hoping it would show up in here, but you can actually see me, you can actually see the shadow of it there. But this goes on here. This is a shotgun microphone because wherever I point, I'm picking up whatever I need, right? Let's hope we all get this one right. Anyone knows what this is? What is this? Okay, why is it called a tripod? It has 3 legs. I don't have it with me, but I also have a thing called a monopod. What does that mean? It has 1. Okay, I don't know about quad and all those other things, but I'm sure they exist. But those are the common things you see out there. Okay, what's this right here? Okay, I got the same people answering the question every time. I know everyone knows what this is. Okay. When you make soup, or when you're like me and you attempt to do your pasta thing, right? You got to do what?
Mix.
Mix, thank you. You got to mix it up, okay? So why do you need to mix it? Why can't we all just plug in and kind of do our thing? Right, so this is a profession in itself. And unfortunately for us in the video world, it is imperative that we have good sound. And unfortunately, that's what a lot of people like kind of blow off. They say, well, I can hear you fine, but can your audience hear you? Is this going to television? Is this going to the web? Is this being played in surround sound? You have to know a lot about sound. And even if you don't physically use it, you need to understand how it works. Okay, so we always save the best for last. And I hope this doesn't get in the way. But you probably saw, did you see this in the video? Okay, what is this here? Said, no, I'm not a stuntman. No, it's not a bulletproof vest. What else?
Stabilizer.
Okay. Okay, now this is kind of cool. You don't see these everywhere, but this concept here is what you see in a lot of times in the horror movies or the action movies or, I don't know, a lot of evening shows. You see this, but there's some classic movie scenes where they had a gadget like this on and they were able to do some really neat kinds of filming. Okay? So I'm going to try to be a good sport and demo this. Still got me? Kind of neat. Okay, so I'll show you the principle of this. This is really neat. Ah, I got your attention. Oh, you finally got stumped. You thought you knew it all, huh? Let's see here. I'm going to put this on here. And what is this here? It's coming together, but I just want to see if you can kind of figure out where this is going. Okay. So this stem here is going to sit on the end. And what sits on the stem? The camera. Okay, before we put the camera on there, I want to explain the concept behind this. So when you're walking, doing your cool thing, right? Look at this. You're bouncing around just by nature. That's how we walk. That's bad for the camera because it feels like you're in a scene or something like that, and it's all jiggling around. The idea behind this is like a shock absorber for a car. You're driving down the street, you hit bumps, you don't feel it because we have nice expensive shock absorbers to take the shock. So when I'm walking, this thing will soak it up and the camera stays nice and smooth. Okay? But the nice part is you can actually, it's like your ballroom dancing in this. I can start moving all over the place and doing all kinds of things. Okay. I literally put this on here just like I put it on a tripod. Right? So this is what we all do. We put it on a tripod. And I bring this up, and this goes up to 85 inches. I love this tripod. Okay? And I shoot and do what I do. But if I got a switch, okay, and I now go to put it on the stem here, the trick is there are lots of things here, and it's on here now, but I got to balance it. Okay? Now the ones you see in Hollywood cost about $1 billion, and that's an expression, but these cameras have different weights, there's different technologies, there are gyros, there are all kinds of fancy things that keep these things nice and smooth. But this is kind of the entry level, but it does the job, okay? So what I do is I put this on here, and I got to balance it. So even when I got it balanced, if I had a microphone on here, guess what? It no longer weighs the same, okay? So I'll walk this around. You can get a little sample of this. You can see I got all kinds of plates on here I can move around. So I'm going to set this down very carefully. Now stay balanced like that. We want to get our arm on here. I make sure everything's tightened up. Okay? Okay, and voila. If I let go, it's almost like a balancing act in itself, but it'll stay balanced. Woo, it's like my third arm, right? Okay? But the idea is I hold this carefully. I hold this carefully, and I'm going to try to do this. I don't know if it's going to work. Let's see. I think I can get a little picture going on here. Okay. Can you see that? Okay, watch this. This is typical of what I do. I have to check the monitor, but it's like you're sneaking around. Okay, but the camera stays nice and smooth. Okay. I hope it's not too big for you, but we'll adjust it. Okay, hold it up. Okay. Okay. This will go in here. Okay. And Cassidy's about to have the ride of her life. Okay, just remain still. Okay. Okay, you're right-handed, right?
Yes.
Okay. Hand here and left hand here, just like mine.
Ooh.
Okay, you look through here. Your body's holding you up, though. You're okay. You're okay. Your body's holding it up. Okay. Okay, because you have to look through here. You've got to monitor sound. Typically, I have headphones on. As you probably see, watch this shot right here on the big screen. Yeah. See, I have it on here, but the cool part is you can track your subjects, and it gives you a new perspective on filming and shooting. I know I'm enjoying what I'm doing. This is a lot of work, but shooting this kind of stuff, Miss Williams saw me trotting around the room for an hour nonstop, but I didn't even think about it. I'm sweating, I'm focused, but I didn't even see it as work because I was just enjoying myself. I always joke around, tell people when I wear that contraption that I'm getting ready for my ball dancing career, right? Because that's all you're doing is waltzing around the room. But that's when I knew that I enjoyed that. But it's good to go to school, put those skills to work, and apply it to something you actually enjoy doing later in life. Now can you see?